Welcome back to the playoffs in the Metronome Madness League. We've got the Shadow Squad, who was in the 4th seed, going up against the 5th seed, the Gravely Gengars, and we're in for an exciting match here tonight. Zacian and Reshiram, or I should say Kiram, out on the field for the Gengars, Zapdos and Solgaleo for the Shadow Squad. Zacian gonna start the battle off with its first move, and it's gonna go for a mean look. That's gonna stop anyone from switching out. We don't see switching too much, so maybe a waste of a turn there for them. There goes the Zapdos with the Muddy Water. Muddy Water going to Kiram avoiding that attack. That would have been a decent hit for it, and barely doing any damage for the Zacian. There goes the Confide, a little bit of setup starting from the Shadow Squad here, lowering that special attack for the Zacian. There goes Kiram, going with a Tail Slap. Tail Slap lands. Oh, plenty of times. Oh my goodness, 5 whole times with the Tail Slap. Zapdos taking a bit of damage from that. Good start for the Gengars. Zacian goes once again. This time it's gonna go for a dig. If that's against Solgaleo, that is a good move, but it would be horrible if they aim at Zapdos, as Zapdos is still a flying Pokemon, you have to remember, and it's not gonna do much. There goes that Sacred Sword. Oh, what a hit. The Zapdos hits the Kiram hard with the Sacred Sword. It's in the yellow already, and a brutal swing coming from Solgaleo. It does hit its partner, but resisting on Zapdos is in. It puts Kiram in the red. And the Endeavor from Kiram, that was a great idea. Solgaleo all the way down to 31 HP. Kiram, after taking quite a bit of a beating, using the Endeavor to make up for that. Zacian tries to use Dig on Zapdos, we mentioned it, can't hit it. Zapdos now going for the Heat Crash. It's on Kiram, and oh, not enough to take it out. Thought it might have been. Kiram hanging on with just a little bit. There goes the Skull Bash from Solgaleo. It's gonna take 2 turns. It's gonna raise his defenses in the meantime. Well, Kiram goes for Play Nice. Play Nice going with Zapdos. Gonna lower its attack stat. Every time I hear that, I just remember Toy Story, since that's the movie I grew up with, and with Woody saying, "So play nice." I just always remember that. I don't know why. There goes the Zacian with the Power Whip. Power Whip gonna land on the Zapdos. Oh, does a lot of damage despite being not very effective. My goodness, Zapdos in the red now. Hyper Voice. Now Hyper Voice hits both sides of the field, enough to take out the Kiram. Zacian still looking pretty good. Solgaleo gonna hit it with the Skull Bash though. Zacian all the way in the yellow. Shadow Squad looking pretty good. Their Solgaleo has a low HP, but right now they put themselves in a pretty good position. Zapdos low HP as well, so this could turn around quickly. There goes the Zacian now with a lick. Is it enough? It's not. Zapdos hangs on with 2 HP, however it is paralyzed, which can make all the difference as Thundurus goes for the stored power. Stored power hits the Zapdos. It was super effective. I don't think that really mattered, but it's gonna go down. Zapdos first Pokemon to faint for the Shadow Squad, and Solgaleo goes for the Retaliate. It's against the Zacian, and that puts it in the red. What a shot, I have to say. Giratina gonna be the next Pokemon out for the Shadow Squad. Here we go, Zacian starting this next round of attacks. Ooh, tried to lower some of those stats. That full metal body. Solgaleo's gonna avoid getting its stats drops there. What does that even mean? What is full metal body? Why does that stop you from getting your stats lowered? Don't know. There goes the Skitter Smack though. Not very effective and barely does any damage. Zacian, despite already being in the red, still not knocked out. There goes the Rock Smash from Giratina though. Rock Smash landing on that Thundurus, not very effective. Will lower his defense. That could come in handy if the Shadow Squad start focusing on physical moves against it. And Zacian once again. This time with the Icicle Spear. Icicle Spear against Solgaleo. Gonna hit more than once. Hits twice. Solgaleo 17. Only hits twice. Solgaleo still hanging on. I feel like Solgaleo should have been knocked out a few turns back, but it didn't happen yet. As the Thundurus is gonna put up Hail. Here we go. Solgaleo. Yet another chance to attack. Goes for a Boomerang. It's against the Zacian now to knock it out. Zacian goes down. Here comes Giratina now with the Hypnosis. Hypnosis will land as well, and Thundurus goes to sleep. Gengar's already 2 Pokemon down, and their third is asleep. The Hail, though, doesn't take out the Solgaleo. Is just hanging on. Oh my gosh. Solgaleo won't go down. Ho-Oh out for the Gengars, exerting its pressure. Here we go. Thundurus is asleep, cannot attack. Shadow Squad first going for a curse. Solgaleo not in a position to set up. It's going to lower its speed, raise its attack and defense, but that's, I don't know if that was a good move for them. There goes the Ho-Oh, going with an Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet against the Giratina, not very effective. Giratina, of course, taking that with ease, and it's gonna go with the Aromatic Mist. Interesting. Raises Solgaleo's special defense. I don't think I've ever seen that move actually do anything. So interesting, but there it goes. It raises the special defense for Solgaleo. Solgaleo does faint to the Hail, though. That's 2 Pokemon down for the Shadow Squad. So 2 Pokemon down on each team. Magirina now out for the Shadow Squad. It's about an even matchup. Thundurus will wake up this time. And it goes for a Haze. That's going to eliminate all the stat changes. Giratina with the Stun Spore. Oh, does not affect the Thundurus. Should have gone for Ho-Oh. Bad idea. Now Ho-Oh's going to use a Harden. Actually, using one of your Pokemon to set up while attacking with the other is probably a really good idea. There goes the Magirina with the Flame Wheel, hopefully against Thundurus. No, against Ho-Oh, not very effective. And the Hail will make its round, damaging every Pokemon. Go Thundurus. Once again, it's gonna go for the Tar Shot. Tar Shot doesn't do any damage, but will get rid of the fire resistance for Giratina. There goes Ho-Oh. Now with a Wing Attack. Now this Stab could do something. It actually does a decent amount, more than you expect from a Wing Attack. And Magirina goes for the Pluck. On the Ho-Oh. Just a little bit of damage. Giratina now with Rain Dance, tired of being pelted by hailstones. Now it makes it rain. There goes the Thunder Punch. That's Stab Thunder Punch. Not very effective, but does quite a bit of damage. Giratina in the yellow now. Ho-Oh gonna go with another stab move, dual Wing Beat. Critical hit on the first one. Still not very effective, but attacking that Magirina as it goes for its own move. Magirina going for a Skitter Smack. Second time we've seen that tonight. Not doing a lot of damage. It was a crit too. That was sad to see. Giratina now going for Spikes. Not sure that's the greatest move. There's only one Pokemon left on the Gengars besides the 2 that are in play, and I believe it's a flying type, so Spikes will not do anything. There goes the Bulldoze. Oh, that's a good move. Bulldoze will not hit its partner. Super effective against Magearna, damaging Giratina as well, and lowering both of their speeds. That was a great move by the Gengars. There goes the Zen Headbutt. Zen Headbutt against Giratina. What a big hit. Giratina approaching the danger zone. And a block coming from Magearna. Again, I think that's a bit of a wasted move. Switching out doesn't happen much in the Metronome Madness League. Here comes the Bug Buzz. That hits Thunderous. Not very effective, but gotta admit, did more than you would expect. Thunderous taking a bit of damage in the yellow. Now it gets to take its turn. So it goes for a Fusion Flare. Fusion Flare against Magearna. Doing quite a bit, but Magearna, admittedly eating that move. This is still in the yellow. The Core Enforcer coming from Ho-Oh doesn't affect Magearna. It's a fairy type, but Giratina takes a super effective hit. Hangs on with 1 HP though. Roar of Time, it's avoided by the Ho-Oh. Oh, the Roar of Time could have been huge. There goes the Fire Lash in the rain. Not the greatest idea as Thunderous takes that hit. Will lower his defenses. Giratina is on his last leg. And Thunderous might just take it out. It goes first with a Zing Zap. And it does. Giratina gets down. That's 3 Pokemon down for the Shadow Squad, but Magearna's Soul Power does activate there. It's a special attack boost. Uh-oh, with a Sword Stand, it's gonna raise its own attack. Watch out for those physical moves coming from Ho-Oh. Could be pretty dangerous. Here comes the Magearna now with a Dragon Claw. Not a special move, notably. The rain stops as the last Pokemon for the Shadow Squad comes out onto the field. It's Lunala. What did I say? Lunala. Lunala's out on the field. Thunderous. Moving first, of course, this time with the Confusion. Confusion against Lunala, not very effective. Lunala eats its berry. That's pretty early. As it's going to raise his special defense there. So it has a special defense buff as it goes for the Darkest Lariat. That's against Thunderous, and Thunderous goes down. Lunala makes quick work of the Thunderous. Magearna gets another boost from Soul Heart, and that might be a pretty dangerous Magearna if it chooses to use a special move. There goes the Dragon's Breath, which does not affect Magearna. Now it gets its turn. Goes for a high jump kick. Another physical move, despite the special attack buffs. It's not very effective, and they should be glad they didn't miss. The Ho-Oh in the yellow. Gengars get to send out their last Pokemon, which is Landorus. These are the last 4 Pokemon that will be on the field. Landorus going first. Goes for the Mud Shot. Mud Shot on the right. Pokemon is Magearna. It goes down. That makes it 2v1. The Gengars just put themselves in the advantage. There goes the Lunala now with the Cosmic Power. Raising, it already had a special defense buff. Now it's going to get another one along with a regular defense buff. Uh-oh, going for the Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade lands. Ooh, way more than I expected. Gotta remember, though, the sword stance that Ho-Oh did do a few turns back. Landorus is going to take his turn. And it goes for the Skill Swap. So it's going to give Sheer Force to Lunala while taking the Shadow Shield. Lunala does have a chance here. It goes for an Electro Web. Does not affect Landorus, but will be super effective against Ho-Oh. Doing quite a bit of damage. Ho-Oh almost in the red. There goes the Leer. Ho-Oh trying to lower those defenses back down for Lunala after it's given itself so many buffs. Landorus going first. Goes for a conversion. Landorus going to turn himself into a normal type. Lunala goes for the Sky Attack. Oh, that can hit hard. Sky Attack is probably gonna hit really hard. There it goes. The Sand Tomb coming from Ho-Oh. That would do damage at the end of every turn. Lunala in the yellow, that could be detrimental for them. It is hurt by that Sand Tomb. Here we go, Landorus. Going first here, and it goes for a Jaw Lock. That's going to be super effective. Can Lunala withstand it? No, it can't. It goes down. And the Shadow Squad are going to be knocked out of the playoffs. So the Gengars actually played a very good match right there. That was very close and an interesting matchup between these two teams. They'll move on to face off against the Charming Charmeleons, the first seed, and we'll see them after a couple of matches. Our next match will be the Growlithe Pack going up against the Crazy Crocodiles. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel for more of the Metronome Madness League, and we will see you in the next battle.